Hey guys, it's Justin and welcome back to another video of mine. In today's video, we're going to be talking about 5 things I wish I knew before starting Airbnb so that new Airbnb hosts can understand my mistakes and make their place better than mine when I first started. So with that being said guys, let's go on with the video. Before we get into it, I want to talk about the sponsor of this video, Aura. If you're like me and love saving money, you probably shared your Netflix password with your friends and family, and statistically, the average consumer has 90 accounts. It's most likely that you don't have 90 different passwords to go with each one. So if someone has one of your passwords, they probably have access to your other accounts. This can make you and your accounts extremely vulnerable to things like identity theft and fraud. And if you think that won't happen to you, just know that American consumers lost $56 billion from identity theft in 2020. And that's a lot of money. This is why I've partnered with the sponsor of this video, Aura. Aura is an identity theft protection, fraud monitoring, a VPN, password management, and antivirus software all combined in one easy to use app that monitors the dark web for your emails, passwords, your social security number, and quickly sends alerts right to your phone and email. I've dealt with fraud and I know with fraud, every second matters. I love Aura because it can connect my credit and bank accounts and notify me of any changes up to 4 times faster than Aura's other competitors. Aura's VPN allows me to stay anonymous online by keeping my browser history and personal info safe and encrypted. And the best part is that Aura's antivirus software will block malware and viruses before they infect devices. Aura found my personal information on the dark web 5 times in the past 2 weeks. So stay safe and start your 2-week free trial today at aura.com/justlee. Once you sign up, don't forget to comment down below how many times your personal info was found. Back to the video. Alright, so let's go on, but before we do, if I do sound a little nasally, I am a little sick, so bear with me guys, but I will give you guys great information. So for those Airbnb hosts, stick around. But a little background about me, because you probably found me on YouTube and like, who is this guy who's talking about Airbnb? I started Airbnb last year with my girlfriend, and we've scaled it up to be running 5 Airbnbs, and by the end of next year, 2023, we're projecting to have 10 more Airbnbs. So that being said, I do have a little bit of experience, so I hope you guys get some informative information. So let's get right into it. All right, tip number 1, which you really should know, is smart locks. This is something I wish I learned before starting Airbnb. Well, a lot of people know about smart locks, but a lot of people don't know something called remote smart lock. Remote smart locks are something amazing, and a lot of people don't know about this. So I'm gonna tell you this right now. There's a way where you could have a smart lock, and on your phone, it doesn't matter where you are in the friggin' world. You could be in New Mexico and your Airbnb could be in Europe, and you can still unlock the doors for your guests. It doesn't matter where you are. And this is so great because every time we had a guest complaining about, oh, we don't know how to open the door, or there's a problem with the door lock, we've locked ourselves in and we can't go in. Well, trouble no more, because I can just unlock it with the tap of my phone wherever I am in the world, and I don't have to go to them and unlock the door. So this is great. Number 1, it's convenient because it's keyless. You can unlock it for guests anywhere, and you can exit. And some of these smart lock companies have a record of entry and exit. That way you know exactly cleaners come in, when they leave, when your Airbnb host or your guest comes in and leaves. You know exactly what goes on with your property, and everything is smooth sailing. If you'd like to know what I use for my smart locks, it will be in the link down description below. I think I said description box below or something like that. But yes, I will leave it down there. It is from Amazon, and it is a smart lock with a hub, which cost me about, I believe, like $200, but it's so worth it. There is no monthly subscription fee. It's just $200 up front, and you get the lifetime access of being able to unlock your doors wherever you want or wherever you are. All right, with that being said, let's go on to number 2, which is going to be extra essentials. Extra is always necessary. Remember guys, when you go to a hotel and you call room services and ask, hey, can I get an extra blah blah blah, they come up with what? Extra towels, right? Airbnb guests love having extra. They don't want to have to think about not having enough. So having extra is very important, especially if you know that there's going to be a family that's coming in. Provide extra linens, provide blankets, towels, silverware, plates, etc. You don't want guests text you and say, hey, there's not enough plates, so I have to go ahead and go buy more. Or, hey, I'm sorry, there's not enough towels, so I'm gonna have to go and wash your towels and bring it back. It just makes the experience of the guests so much bad and not good. So go above and beyond with your job and provide extra necessary things for your guests. Tell your cleaners to provide necessary and extra stuff for the guest that's coming up, and always communicate that with them. That way when they stay, there is no problems about having not enough towels and etc. And always be able to track inventory and restocks. That way, especially when you have extra essentials, you know what needs to go out, and that way that if it does get smaller, it's not a big deal, since that is like going to be your average of all the other Airbnbs. It's going to be something where you can still give to your guests without having to have it. So always have extra of everything that is necessary, which is towels, your linens, your duet covers, your towels, your tissue paper, everything that's necessary for guests to come in and have a lovely, great stay at your place. All right, now that we talked about extra essentials and the smart lock, let's go ahead and talk about number 3, which is going to be your storage space. Now, this is something that I didn't know that a lot of guests need it, but a lot of guests love storage. And this is the reason why. Think about this. Imagine you go to a hotel, or you took a plane, you have luggage bags, and you go to a hotel and you notice that this hotel has no storage space at all. So what do? You put your luggage on the floor, right? A lot of people don't like putting luggage stuff on the floor because, one, there could be bugs if it's not clean, and those bugs can go into your luggage, and then from there, when you take it back home, you'll have to deal with those messy little insects that go all over your home, and you'll have to worry about a lot more. So a lot of people love having these storage spaces where you can put stuff there and they don't have to worry about it. Number 1, have these spots where you can put luggage for your guests. They're gonna thank you for it, and I've seen even guests put it in their reviews that there was so much storage space at our place that they loved it so much. Not only that, but storage space is gonna be needed for your cleaners. You might have a spare closet in a bedroom that's big enough for all the necessary stuff for your cleaners. Put a lock on it, a key lock on it, and make it something where cleaners can use. Cleaners will thank you so much because they don't have to huddle around all their stuff, get into your place. Everything will be set in that closet for them. That way when they press the keypad, they go to work like that, and you get more efficient cleaning done, and also have a track record of everything that you need and what needs to be restocked for the future, and also have a little bit of tools and paint and stuff like that for if you do hire cleaners, if you hire painters, or have to have some repairs. Now that we talked about storage space and essential linens or essential extras, let's go on to the 4th one, which is going to be having a guest book. This is probably super important. When you have a welcome book, or aka something called like a house manual or like a local guidebook, this is great because, 1, guests don't have to communicate with you, and you don't have to spend time and energy texting these guests back. They have all this freaking information on hand and in paper, and something that a lot of guests love is to flip through these guest book and know exactly what's going on. So having these welcome or guest books is going to save you a lot of time and hassle dealing with these guests, because they're never going to text you because all the information is going to be in this welcome book. So have all the check-in, check-out information, your house rules, you know, Wi-Fi, local restaurants, attractions, all these things that a lot of people will contact you about. Have it all in that thing so that they don't even have to talk to you and don't have to text. And also leave a friendly notebook where guests can go ahead and write reviews in that notebook for next guest. And this has sort of skyrocketed our ratings because, number 1, when you know that a new guest is coming in, they're a little iffy about the place even though it's super clean. But when they open this notebook and they see all these good reviews, they're gonna be like, oh, this place is legit. Oh, this place has so much guests that came in, and it's just a positive feedback to where they're gonna think that your place is awesome. Leave a notebook, a pen, and write it saying, hey, write us a review for your stay. Thank you so much. And once they write you a review, they're gonna write the same review on your Airbnb review, which is gonna make your place and your rating go up and just have a lovely stay for your guests. So have a guest welcome book, and also have a notebook to have guests leave you a friendly note. All right, now that we talked about smart locks, essential extras, storage space, and also talking about having a welcome book, let's go on to last and final thing that you should do is automate. This is going to be something that saves you the most time of everything that I've talked about. Automations are great, especially if you have 1 property, 2 property, 5 properties, 10 properties. You need to automate everything. Imagine a business where they do hand and paper. You're not really going to get too far with your business, and your money is not going to be worth it for you scaling. So automating things is awesome. Now you can use Airbnb's own automating system, or you can use something like Hospitable, where you can automate everything with photos and videos. It is just going to be a miracle and a time saver. And to be honest, we literally spend about 1 hour or less every single day running all our 5 Airbnbs because everything is automated for us, and we don't have to worry about check-in instructions, check-out instructions, pre-check-ins, or pre-approving these guests. Everything will be done, and everything will be pretty much recycled for every single new guest. So you don't even have to worry about it. You just let these automations go and do the work. If they have a question, then yes, you'll have to spend a little bit of time and energy, but not as much as you having to deal with every single check-in, every single checkouts, messaging these guests. You won't have to deal with all that, and you can only work probably about an hour a day or less if you automate things. And this is going to be your time and lifesaver if you run Airbnbs and you want to scale. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you guys learned 5 new things that you should do, and you should implement it for your Airbnbs. I had to take a journey about a month or 2 of trial and error to learn all these things. So hopefully you put these to practice to your Airbnbs so that you don't have to struggle with what I did when I first started Airbnb. But let's go on with a review, which is going to be get a smart lock that has remote access anywhere in the world, and I'll put mine in the description box below. Have essential everything. Make sure you have an inventory list, but have a extra everything that is essential for every guest. That way cleaners don't have to struggle with dirty linens back onto the bed. Have a storage space for your guests and also your cleaners. Have a guest book. That way all the guests know exactly what to do and what all the information is for about your place. If you like to use one of our guest books, I'll have it in the description box below of the examples that we use. And also number 5, automate. If you want to use Airbnb automation, that is also okay. But if you run more Airbnbs than just 1 or 2, start looking into Hospitable or Guestly and have everything automated through their software. So with that being said, guys, hopefully you guys got some good information. If you did and you love this content, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Or if you want to support me, make sure you guys like and subscribe for new videos like this every single week. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video.